Hey everybody, what's happening? It's 11:09 a.m. Monday, 4/10/2017. I want to talk about some extraterrestrial intervention in this whole charade that's going on with Trump and the missiles and Syria. Because if any of you out there have been listening to the theories on why, what, when, where, how everything happened with the Syria missile contagion, nothing is making sense. There's a lot of oddball theories out there, and I am shocked that some very professional people are saying some of the things that they're saying because they just don't make any sense. It's like people have a blindfold on and they're throwing darts at a dartboard and there's no light on top of that. Shot in the dark, absolutely. In fact, probably one of the most wild theories that I've heard is, oh, well, Trump launched the missiles and he knew that they were going to hit an abandoned air base, and that was just to gain support from his neocon opponents so that he could get some valid press from the establishment. I said, that's your theory, and you are a professional, stated professional at whatever you're doing. Okay, sure. So you're going to risk pissing off Putin? You're going to risk injuring potential Soviet, Russian soldiers in the process? And you're going to risk pissing off China just to satiate your neocon opponents? What's going to happen when the neocon opponents find out that you were flubbing the missile attack and it was all a charade and an act? Do you think that might backfire? Do you think that might come back and bite you in the ass? Yeah. So that theory, wow, I heard that and I went, wow, okay. I'm not even really going to comment on that because it's so wild and so stupid, in my opinion. But there's a lot of people out there, because the times are very chaotic right now, and it sounds like a lot of people are shooting from the hip. So I wanted to propose something. And the general statement for what I'm about to explain is, was there extraterrestrial intervention that resulted in Trump or the establishment throwing a temper tantrum and firing those missiles in a vengeance-type ploy because they were emotionally out of control and throwing a tantrum? Was that the case? I don't know, but listen and hear me out. And all of you people out there have known recently that I've been talking about Jay Essex. I've been talking about the Spiritual Foundation. And I am going to talk about one of his videos today. Because on 4/5, which was Wednesday, and Friday is the day 4/7 that Trump launched the missiles, Jay explained that a primary Draco base, which means Draco means Illuminati, it means Anunnaki, it means the highly negative charged beings, reptilians, that are causing all the problems. He states that one of their primary Draco bases, or the primary Draco base, there was an attack on it and it was taken out 2 days before Trump launches the missiles. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's relative or not. I don't know. I'm just proposing it to you guys, and I'm going to put all the links in the, below in the video. I'm just proposing another theory on what could possibly be the explanation. Because if you don't take into consideration these days the extraterrestrial, space human factors in the political, economic, social mix on this planet these days, you are shooting in the dark. You are walking around with a blindfold on. And you are walking around half informed. So I think it's very interesting that he would say this. Now, if Jay's posting the video on 4/5, which is Wednesday, this must have happened probably a day prior to. Then he gets the intel information or however he's sourcing it directly. It might take a 24-hour lag period. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because the poisonous gas attack that prompted the missile strike happened the day before. So it's almost like the Draco base was taken out on 4/4. The remaining Draco acted erratically, sporadically, with high emotion and high anger. On that Tuesday, they prompted the poison gas false flag. Okay. The next day, Jay reports it on 4/5, which is Wednesday. And then 2 days later, you have the missile attacks that Trump engaged in. It all fits in there very nice and neat. Now, I'm not saying it's correct or incorrect. I'm just saying that the timing of it, the coincidentalness of it, and it sounds like it could be very logical. Because look, guys, look. All politicians, all standard militaries on this planet are controlled by higher beings or higher entities or underground covert ops. If you think that our standard military in the United States is not controlled by the secret space program and the Area 51 anti-grav and those that are on the have the abilities not to rely on society for their well-being and have super technologies, well, that's, you have to pay attention to that as well. And this very nicely, very neatly puts a nice theorem on the table. So all I wanted to do is introduce this to you guys. Chew on it however you like. Feel into it. It's just information to try and help you figure this out. And it was helpful. When I put it together, I said, wow, this makes a lot of sense. It's a very, it seems logical because, like I said in the beginning of this video, a lot of things that are happening out there right now do not seem logical. Ends just don't, it doesn't, things are not making sense about why this missile attack happened. But if you put it in the context of what Jay said, it could very well be a temper tantrum, okay? And temper tantrums are never logical. They're never reasonable. And it sounds like the Draco would be acting like that. The Illuminati, the evil reptilians, the negative held energy reptilians would be acting like that in a temper tantrum style maneuver or outrage when one of their primary Draco outposts, or this just happened shortly out of the successful attack on the Draco's primary outpost. It's exactly what Jay said on 4/5/2017. Okay? So once again, it fits in very neatly, very nicely. And we are entering, in my opinion, theoretically very chaotic times on this planet, okay? And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to piece this story together, give you guys another way of looking at it, and that's also another reason why I started putting the spiritual foundation in my description box on my videos. And this is a perfect explanation for one of the reasons why you might want to think about purchasing some of the stones. I have purchased some of the stones. In fact, I put in an order for about $250 worth. So I got several different types of stones. If you're metaphysically adept or you're interested in that topic and you have a gravitation to stones, the stones that Jay is selling on the Spiritual Foundation are real. When he says he cranks up those stones, he cranks up the stones. There's a big difference in the feeling from a stone that you can find any old place and the ones that you receive from him after he's given them a crank up. I mean, I've been a rock hound all my life, okay? I've been collecting rocks and stones all my life. In fact, this is a nice, neat little story. I had a car of mine that was parked for several years. I mean, it's like 5, 6, 7 years. I recently, about 2 or 3 days ago, a week ago, got the car cover off it, tried to get it moved, put air in the tires, tried to polish it. clean the interior a little bit. Granted, I haven't been in this car in 6, 7, 8 years, okay? Released the emergency brake, pulled it forward, and what was sitting in the center console of the car? A stone, a rock that I had picked up somewhere when I was driving the car, okay? I think either in Nevada or Arizona, the Southwest somewhere, or Flagstaff possibly. I think I was pulled over on the side of the road, and I saw a stone on the ground that just I gravitated to, so I picked it up and put it inside the car. And it sat there for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, okay? The car has not been registered since 2007. It hasn't really moved since 2007. We're in 2017, okay? So that's a little story, a little description about how much of a rock hound I have been and am. So, and again, Jay's not paying me anything to say this. He's not paying me or compensating me in any way. I'm doing this out of my own volition because I want you guys to have access to some really great products. And these stones, okay, when everything's chaotic and you're stressed out, and you grab a couple of them, put them in the palm of your hand, or put them in your fingertips like Jay says, okay, they tend to calm you down. They tend to get you centered again. And you just calm down, take it easy, hang on to those stones for a few minutes. This is what I do. Chill out, and then you get your centeredness back. That's very important in these days and times, I believe. So, I would like someone to do this for me, so therefore that's why I'm doing it on a video, is that I just think it's a great opportunity to listen to a guy, A, on his videos that knows a tremendous amount, B, he just posted this video that's coincidental prior to these airstrikes and sort of explains it, and C, the products that are available are, I've never seen anything like this as far as cranking up stones, and believe me, those stones are different. They're putting out a lot of energy, and I'm actually looking to put it in another order myself in the near future. In fact, I just talked to one of the reps at the Spiritual Foundation about, you know, what's in this sphere or what's in that sphere, or I had some questions. So I'm looking forward to actually purchasing more. Anyhow, a little lengthy on the video, but again, these are chaotic times. I wanted to explain some things today, and I wanted to propose that theory on the ET intervention, or the ET actions, where the Trump missile strikes was a reaction to. Okay? All right, what are we at? 11:22 a.m. 4/10/2017. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.